Today, I want to talk to you about something that I'm noticing a lot in clients' conversations, and I think you're going to really get benefit from this because if you've ever felt like you just keep looping around questions and thoughts, and you feel like you never really get clarity and you never really move forward, this is going to be so useful to you. I was running a session earlier today for my students. So, anybody who's ever bought a course from me, a program from me, you're invited to this monthly session that I do where we get for half an hour, we get together as a group and you ask me anything. And so I had a question today and it was around, pricing and it was around offers. And the question kind of started with, well, some of the big names are doing this. So should I do the same thing? And then it also kind of then moved on to, I could do this, I could do this, and I could do this. And it really made me, it kind of resonated with me because I know I certainly have been in that space as well, where you constantly question what you should be doing. And what I find is that when you're feeling stressed in your business and feeling overwhelmed, it typically isn't because there are these huge events that are happening. It typically is because you're struggling with this kind of constant low level second guessing, right? So, what that looks like in real life is where you're questioning your prices, you're questioning your offers, you're questioning your message, you're tweaking your website, and you get the gist. So, you feel like you're going in this loop of, is that right? Is that right? Should I do this? Should I do this? And what happens is you've got so much decision fatigue that you stop making any kind of decisions at all. And actually, then that paralyzes you. So, this kind of constant second guessing, what it does is it erodes trust in yourself because typically you might have chosen an avenue and you've made a decision and you've committed, and then you maybe did it for like 2 days and it didn't work or you didn't get any results. Let's be honest, and you gave up. Right? I know I've done that, right? So if you've done that, then we're in good company, right? But what happens is, so we make a decision and we go for it. And then we go, oh, it's not working. So then we make another decision and then go for it. And then, oh, that's not working either. And then we go and make another decision. And oh my God, that didn't work either. But the problem is not in the decision, right? Because let's face it, all the strategies work, right? You can find somebody to prove to you that every single strategy works. Like you can say blogging strategy. Oh, there's an example of someone who has made it work. So all the strategies work. But what happens is when we make a decision, we haven't fully committed to the decision, right? And when I say like fully committed, it's as in you make the decision, you commit, and then you follow through and give it time to actually gestate and to actually give you the result, or give you data to see whether it's actually working or not. And this is what most people don't do, right? You try it for a day. Oh, it didn't work. Nobody liked it. Nobody commented. Nobody DM'd me. And so therefore it's a dud and it's not going to work, right? I bet this sounds familiar. Um, or you've tried it for a week, or you've launched a new product and nobody's bought in a day, within an hour of you sending it out. Right. Everything that I'm saying right now, I have absolutely thought this and believed this. And then you realize that actually, do you know what? When you plant a seed, you do not keep digging up that seed to see if it's actually going to flower, right? If you just left it and watered it and paid attention to it, as in we think about marketing, promoting your offer, telling people about what it is that you do. If you just did that, then you would build traction, you would build momentum. But what we do is we make a decision and then realize that that's not working within like a very short space of time, not giving it enough time, and then we back away and we go and do something else. So what happens is you will forever be trapped in this loop instead of actually looking at what does work in my business right now, right? If you have been in business for any length of time, you'll be thinking, okay, how did I get those clients? What was I doing? And there'll be clues. Success leaves clues. But at the moment, what's happening is you're second guessing yourself. You're constantly second guessing yourself. You're not, or you're deciding, but you're not committing, right? And what we want to do is we want to stop that, right? So here's the way I would look at this, right? And this is the advice that I gave to my students. When you're thinking about your business and when you want to have that profitable 20-hour week business, you want to make sure that you are simplifying everything that you are doing. We do not want any overcomplicating or overthinking here, right? Get clear on your message. Like, what is it that you're here for? What do you want to be known for? Like, for me, tiny time, big results. I help coaches, consultants, experts turn their expertise into a profitable 20-hour week business by upgrading your messaging, your positioning, and your pricing so you can be well paid, well in demand, and without the grind, right? Really simple. I say that now, but really simple. And that's what I want to be known for. Then you want to get really clear in your mind as to, well, what is your offer ecosystem? And I recommend just having 3 offers, right? Something that's premium, something that's mid ticket, and then something that's low ticket, as a way for people to be able to experience the work that you do at different budget levels. Now, somebody might buy your low ticket, your mid ticket, and then go to your premium. Somebody might go straight to your premium. Somebody might only ever buy your low ticket. That's okay, right? But when you have clarity around what it is that you're doing, instead of constantly thinking, maybe I should do a membership, maybe I should do a course, maybe I should do premium, right? Keep it really nice and simple, because whatever you're doing in your business, it requires energy, it requires effort. So don't overload yourself, right? And when you're thinking about your offers, I want you to think about them as destinations, right? So you've got your 3 destinations. Then your job is to build a pathway to that destination. How do people find out about that? So if you've got a low ticket offer and you think, okay, I have a free guide or a quiz or a video, an audio that sends them to, invites them to buy that low ticket offer. Okay. If it's a premium offer, you might have a webinar, you might have a mini course. What you want to be thinking about is, what's that pathway look like to get somebody from here to the destination, right? So your job is to build the pathways. And then when you built the pathways, your job is to put traffic on those pathways. That's what marketing is all about, is getting eyes on what you do and then inviting them to come and buy your thing. Right? We massively overcomplicate this, but what's happening is because you're constantly second guessing yourself, you are not trusting yourself in the decisions that you have made, and you're not following through and giving it enough time, you're just going to keep going in that loop. I tried that, didn't work. I tried that, didn't work. And then you're just going to get burnt out, right? So here's what I want you to do. When you're thinking about the next 90 days, not even the next 12 months, but the next 90 days, I want you to get really clear. What's my message? What am I selling? And how am I going to market? And let's keep those decisions really nice and clean, and then commit to them and follow through. Okay. I hope this has been useful to you. Comment below wherever you're watching or listening this. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to know more about how I can support you in doing this work by upgrading your messaging, your positioning, and your pricing so that you can be well paid and in demand, then drop me a message. You can send me a DM on Instagram, or you can email me at support@yasminborji.com. I'll see you next time.